Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel General Hospital Official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. It's lights out for Sonny, and someone takes aim at, spoiler. Today on General Hospital, Trina shares something important with Kai, Laura has horrible news for Ava, and Liz learns shocking news about one of her patients. Trina takes Kai to the art gallery to get him away from the fans and boosters, he believes. She explains that she brought him here because it is her favorite place, and she shows him her favorite painting. She asks what he thinks. Kai believes it looks like scribbles, something his younger relative could do. Trina understands, as she initially believed the same thing. However, something drew her back to it, and she began to examine the colors, strokes, and how each time she looked at it, she saw something different. She believes that one of the most remarkable aspects of art is its ability to help people step outside of themselves. Kai says that he has been more concentrated on her than on the painting. Trina read his report, and it was interesting. She encourages him to give the picture another chance and let it speak to him. He attempts to imply that the painting reminds him of her. Each time he looks at her, he notices something new. Kai receives a phone call and realizes he needs to return to the event. Lucas tells Christina at Charlie's that he appreciates the adjustments she has implemented. The bar is now blue-toned and has a more understated appearance. She thanks him and simply needs to locate a bartender before she can open. She invited him to stop by because she discovered something in a desk drawer. It's an old photograph of him and Wiley, which she believes was Julian's. Lucas recalls that Brad took this photograph, it was a lovely day. Christina has been thinking about Wiley, and how bewildered he must feel right now. Lucas confesses he laid into Willow, something he probably shouldn't have done given Willow's difficult situation. Christina would argue that Michael has had it tougher. Lucas agrees, but adds that Drew is the one he despises the most, and he has tried to use Sam's murder to justify his affair. Christina admits she would have struck him if she had heard that. Lucas wanted to, and Ava persuaded him to take the high road. Lucas apologizes for bringing up Ava. Christina knows she is his aunt, and she is attempting to move on and accept the court's decision that no one was to blame for her baby's death. She thinks Charlie's means a lot to her since it helps her go forward. It allows her to be herself. Lucas refers to it as her fresh start. Their conversation returns to Ava, and Christina inquires as to how he aided him. Lucas explains that Ava pulled him away after he got into a fight with Willow. They discussed how difficult it is to lose a child. Christina believes Ava is immersing herself into her gallery as if she were Charlie's. Lucas admits that he is unsure, and he suspects Ava is experiencing financial difficulties. Lucas eventually has to get going. Christina looks interested by what Lucas has told her. At the hospital, Liz informs Lucky that he does not need to stay and that this evaluation is just procedure. It will just be her, Terry, and Portia, and they all want to know what happened to Dex. She pledges to call him once she's finished. Liz walks into the office and discovers the hospital lawyer is also present. Liz looks uneasy as the lawyer tells her to take a seat. Given the newly revealed evidence, the lawyer claims she was requested to sit in. The attorney has questions for her. Liz isn't saying anything until she learns what happened, or she'll walk out the door. Terry says that Dex died of a digitalis overdose, much like Sam. The lawyer said they must look into how this happened, because she was on duty the night Dex died. Liz believes she should not say anything else unless a lawyer is there. They tell her it's simply an informal evaluation, and the lawyer says she has no reason not to participate unless she has something to conceal. They inquire whether she was on duty the night Dex died. Rick enters unexpectedly and informs the audience that his client will not be answering any further questions. Terry and Portia explain that answering their questions will make things simpler, but Liz listens to Rick and says her lawyer has told her not to say anything further. The hospital lawyer asks if she wants justice for her patients. Rick says his client clearly cared about these two people. A bomb is dropped when a suspected third patient is detected. Sylvie Mullen passed away in August from a sudden heart attack. They question Liz, was Sylvie Mullen not your patient? Liz claims she was an elderly, ailing woman. They say Liz's body is being exhumed to test for digitalis, and if she does not answer their inquiries, she will be suspended. Sonny stops by Alexis' workplace when she calls. Alexis is going to do him a major favor. She inquires as to Ava's current situation. Sonny is preparing for an all-out custody battle. Alexis says it might not come to that. She informs him that Nicholas provided money to Ava that he was not entitled to, and the Cassadine estate has reclaimed it all. This will significantly limit her capacity to fund a lengthy custody battle. Sonny is pleased to hear this. Alexis has an ulterior reason for telling him this. She wants him to steal Charlie's from Christina. Alexis states she does not want Christina engaged in his business. Sonny claims Charlie's is authentic. Alexis is concerned that Christina may end up on the FBI's radar, as Charlie's would be an ideal location for money laundering. Sonny claims Christina trusts him, and he trusts her with Charlie's, so he will not withdraw that trust. He offers to listen to her problems, which Alexis believes is all she can ask for. It's not like she can beg him to leave the mob. Isaiah discovers Lucky in a ring at Sonny's gym. Lucky tells him about Liz's medical review today and how concerned he is. Isaiah concedes that no medical review is routine and procedural. Lucky believes Liz is being blamed for the deaths of Sam and Dex. According to Isaiah, it is uncommon for two healthy persons to perish as a result of unexpected circumstances. Liz is a strong person, and he thinks she should trust the process. He assures Lucky that he can leave Port Charles if he still feels the need. Lucky says he can't leave until he knows Liz is okay. Isaiah tells him he doesn't need to go on a huge mission to save others, including Liz. The best thing he can do is inform Liz that he will be there for her when she needs him. Ava stops by Laura's office and tells her she came to discuss her custody battle with Sonny, which will be costly. Ava feels humiliated and doesn't know who else to turn to. She claims there is a problem with her divorce settlement with Nicholas. Laura is aware of what is going on and explains that Ace has been named the new heir, which she is unhappy about, and that she will be unable to do anything with the money until he is older. Ava claims she was promised a financial compensation, and she is hoping Laura can assist her in obtaining it. Laura apologizes, but that won't happen. Laura believes she is entitled to what she was promised, but she has little control over the fact that Ace will get the entire fortune. Laura claims if it were up to her, Ace would not receive $1 of that money. It devastated Nicholas and Spencer's lives, and it is blood money. She even wanted to give it away, but Laura claims Martin instructed her not to. Ava asks Laura who she needs to speak with because she will lose her daughter without the money. Ava visits Alexis' workplace to discuss. Alexis slams the door in Ava's face after saying, "From what I've heard, you can't afford me." Lucky arrives at Charlie's with the bartender wanted sign in his hand. Christina asks whether he has any experience. He did not bring a resume, but her father may provide a decent reference. She asks him to make her a drink. Sonny is shadowboxing at his gym when he suddenly feels another pain in his chest. He grips his chest and drops down. In Prague, Valentine interrupts Charlotte and Lulu's reconciliation. He inquires whether Charlotte is enjoying her visit with her mother. She confirms her identity and expresses gratitude for the opportunity to see her mother. He then says hi to Lulu. Valentine requests a minute to chat to Lulu quietly, so Charlotte pulls the table over. Valentine sits down and says she looks excellent, congratulating her on her recovery. Lulu says she feels terrific, and Charlotte can finally return home. Valentine insists that this will not happen, but Lulu doubts he can provide her with a comfortable life while on the run. Lulu believes Charlotte deserves to stay at home with her family. He doubts that Lulu would choose them over her. She claims it is because Valentine has made himself the center of Charlotte's existence, and that hiding away from the rest of the world is unfair to Charlotte. Valentine informs Lulu that she has no bond with Charlotte and that she is merely a mother in name. He has been Charlotte's only parent for the majority of her life, and he will not abandon her. Lulu is aware of his feelings for Charlotte, and she is also aware that she and Charlotte are not very close. However, making the greatest choice for their children is not easy. She thinks that whatever is after him will get up to him, putting Charlotte in risk. Valentine claims Charlotte is no safer at Port Charles and admits she is unaware that Charlotte has been shot. Lulu inquires, by who? Valentine informs her that it was Anna, and that it was an accident. He provides her a quick summary of the events, which is why she feels safer with him. Lulu points out that Charlotte isn't going to school, doesn't have friends, and will miss out on the possibility to fall in love. She inquires once again about what happens if the person hunting him finds him. Valentine's situation may not turn out well, and Charlotte will blame herself. Dante walks in unexpectedly, surprising Lulu and Charlotte. Dante informs Charlotte that if she wishes, he is available to drive her home. Valentine is enraged and believes Lulu set him up. Valentine tells Charlotte they should leave. Dante claims it's just him, and Lulu replies she didn't realize he was coming. Valentine claims Dante did not arrive alone. If Dante isn't with the cops, he probably led someone directly to them. Outside, we observe a sniper with a gun aimed at Valentine. On the next General Hospital, Michael agrees to Sasha's idea but asks for something in return. Drew invites Willow to DC with him. Ava urges Alexis, please return it to me. Valentine fights with Dante and Lulu about Charlotte. The sniper discharges their rifle. Sonny remains alone on the ground of the ring. Anna informs someone that Emma is off limits. GH spoilers, Sonny considers his future following a heart scare. Is PC Don forced to slow down? General Hospital spoilers and updates reveal that Sonny Corinthos will consider his future following a heart attack. Will the Port Charles Don be compelled to slow down due to health concerns? General Hospital spoilers, Sonny Corinthos clutched his chest after talking with Christina. In the December 26th episode, after a close father-daughter conversation with his daughter Christina Corinthos Davis, Sonny abruptly grasped his chest in distress. Christina had left Sonny's living room on her way to bed, but if this had occurred in her presence, she would undoubtedly have phoned an ambulance. Sonny shook it off and went about his business after the severe pain, although the look on his face suggested it was fairly intense. It appears that Sonny may have a heart condition that must be evaluated and treated. Although it could be angina, which is less serious, it could also be an approaching heart attack, as he is concerned about his future. GH spoilers, Sonny Corinthos is around the right age when many men have heart attacks. Sonny must be close to 60 years old, which is roughly the age at which many men have heart attacks. Maurice Bernard is 61 in real life. Most men in real life consider retiring or slowing down at this age, but for some, continuing to work keeps them vital depending on the type of work. Sonny is a coffee importer who owns numerous enterprises, including Volanino's Gym and Pozzolo's restaurant in Port Charles. However, his other business is rather stressful. Even if there are no active mob conflicts in Port Charles right now, he must keep his nose clean with the WSB's Jack Brennan in Port Charles. Furthermore, he has a large family that he is attempting to support while they deal with their own recent stresses. Jocelyn Jacks, Michael Corinthos, and Dante Falconeri. General Hospital spoilers, Sonny Corinthos also mourns Sam McCall's death. Sonny is also grieving the death of Sam McCall. She was with him before she met Jason Morgan, which adds to her stress. Right now, 2 persons close to Sonny have been killed in the hospital under identical circumstances. Dex Heller's death will shortly be labeled as a murder. Although if Sonny had a heart attack, he may not need to be hospitalized, but he will consider slowing down. However, if he is hospitalized, he should go to Mercy Hospital rather than GH to avoid becoming a victim himself. If he needs heart surgery or a bypass, he could become the next victim in Cyrus Renault's Digitalis killing spree. General Hospital spoilers, Chad Duell explains why he left General Hospital. According to General Hospital spoilers and updates, Chad Duell has revealed why he quit the show during an interview with Steve Burton and Bradford Anderson on their daily drama podcast. Here's what Michael Corinthos' portrayer told Steve, Jason Morgan, and Bradford Spinelli. General Hospital spoilers, finally, we know. Chad Duell is leaving his position as Michael Corinthos on General Hospital, which he has played for an incredible 15 years, beginning at the age of 22 and ending at the age of 37. We've discovered that his farewell appearance will take place within the next year. While the decision to quit was his own, the reasons for it remained unknown until now, as detailed in the latest edition of the Daily Drama podcast. Chad is on a leave of absence, as has been rumored, but it is not for physical health reasons. After 15 years of playing intense Michael tales with almost no breaks, he simply feels the need for one, as he goes on to explain. GH spoilers, Chad Duell discusses his decision. Jumping right into the interview, Duell discussed his time away from the show, saying, "There's been a lot going on in my life during this break, so much to contemplate. One big reason is that, as many people know, my father died, and I'm still dealing with that loss." His father's death also explains his brief absences in recent months. He went on to say, "I had hoped to spend some time back in Arizona, but that's proving to be more difficult than I anticipated." He also mentioned that Luana, his significant other and son's mother, is presently attending school in Arizona, and his son Dawson is in daycare there. His last words were, "At this moment, I'm focusing on my mental and physical well-being, preparing myself for the next chapters ahead." General Hospital spoilers, Chad Duell talks more about his exit, noting that the door is open for his return. Frank Valentini, GH's executive producer, has hinted at the possibility of additional Michael plots in the future. Chad Duell opened up about his feelings. "We'll see what unfolds ahead, but for now, I'm focusing on personal growth in areas where I feel I've held myself back." He continued, "Sometimes, you need to take bold steps or push yourself out of your comfort zone to move forward, and that's something I haven't fully embraced yet." Duell also stated, "I have several plans in mind that I want to pursue for myself," noting that the trip ahead will take time, including his new skincare line Pura Beauty. He clarified, "There's a significant amount of work I need to put in to reach the potential I believe I have in my career and in various aspects of my life." Is Susan Lucci coming back? Will she ever come back? There was some conjecture that Susan Lucci will make her grand comeback to daytime television via Port Charles on General Hospital. General Hospital wild speculation, is Susan Lucci returning? The actress, best known for her role as Erica Kane on All My Children, is encouraged to travel to Port Charles. It goes without saying that many General Hospital fans have expressed their excitement about Susan Lucci's potential return to the show on social media. Some have even turned to Twitter to say things like, "Though I do think if you're going to have characters from past ABC soaps visit #GH, you should go for broke and get Susan Lucci to reprise Erica Kane for a week. That would be such a big thing that even the ones whining about Blair would be like, okay, we'll give you that," as well as, "Ever since Lucy revived Deception, I've wanted Erica Kane to visit Port Charles. I hoped Erica would be the one to sue Deception." Another General Hospital fan wrote, briefly, "Sure, I would. Erica Kane would enter like a wrecking ball. I would be interested in that. She shouldn't wind up kissing Carly's ass either." Then there came this comment, "I see some characters from General Hospital are visiting Pine Valley this week. Wouldn't it be exciting to watch Erica Kane generate some drama in Port Charles? I hear she may be Mr. Gray's ex-wife. Michael E. Knight takes up the role. I would like to see a short divorce and her and Jack get back together." It was a heartstopper for Sonny and Lulu on December 30th, General Hospital. Tonight, hearts around the world are beating. Sonny is down. Is Valentine next? The December 30th, 2024 episode of General Hospital concluded with a heartbreaking moment for Sonny and Lulu after a day of fighting for their children. "Oh, shoot!" Valentine interrupted Lulu's reunion with Charlotte in the cafe. But things immediately changed when Charlotte thanked him for letting her visit her mother and assured Lulu that Valentine was fine with the situation. The two parents remained courteous while they fought about why Charlotte should stay with them, and Valentine's primary points surprised Lulu. When Valentine told her that their daughter had been shot last year, Lulu was relieved for Charlotte's recovery but insisted on Charlotte coming to Port Charles with her. The two continued to argue over it when Dante slipped in and asked Charlotte if she wanted to leave with him. Things came to a head when Valentine spotted Dante and accused Lulu of setting him up. As the three adults argued over Charlotte, an unknown gunman waited atop the building across from the cafe, aiming their weapon at Valentine. Man down. After Sonny's mystery chest issue on Christmas, he was back to sparring with Alexis about Christina. When Alexis requested him to take Charlie back from their daughter, he argued that Christina needed something to focus on after such a difficult year. He pledged to keep her safe before going to Volaninos, but as he boxed, his pain returned. He winced and gripped his chest as he collapsed to the floor of the boxing ring, alone in the gym. What do you believe is wrong with Sonny? Please let us know in the comments. Elizabeth faces unexpected accusations. Elizabeth Baldwin started her day feeling uneasy. Her impending visit at General Hospital was scheduled to be a simple review of medical data. Lucky Spencer, ever the supporting figure, showed up unexpectedly to provide moral support. However, Elizabeth downplayed the problem and convinced him that his presence was unnecessary for what she thought would be a routine matter. Lucky reluctantly left, despite the fact that his protective instincts warned him something was wrong. The meeting proved to be far from routine. Elizabeth entered the conference room to find not just Portia Robinson and Terry Randolph waiting for her, but also an unexpected visitor, Dee Clark, the hospital's legal counsel. Elizabeth's questions were answered with evasive answers, creating a tense atmosphere. She vowed to walk out until everyone began delivering direct replies. Finally, the bombshell was revealed. The post-mortem report for Dex Heller revealed that his deadly heart attack was caused by a digitalis overdose, the same chemical that had killed Sam. This information shocked Elizabeth, who understood the deaths were not accidental. Sam and Dex had been targeted, and someone was planning these catastrophes with eerie accuracy. Elizabeth decided to find out the truth and cleanse her name, but she realized she couldn't do it alone. Lucky seeks guidance. Meanwhile, Lucky Spencer found himself at the boxing gym, working out his displeasure with Elizabeth's situation. There, he met Isaiah Gannon, a sage-like character famed for providing clarity in difficult times. Isaiah listened closely as Lucky described the events at the hospital. Sometimes, the best way to contribute, Isaiah said, isn't to be in the spotlight. It's done by shifting the pieces out of the shadows. Lucky, inspired by Isaiah's insight, began devising a strategy to help Elizabeth from behind the scenes. He decided to delve more into Dex and Sam's ties, thinking that the key to unlocking this riddle was contained inside their overlapping circles. Ava's battle with the Cassadines. In Port Charles, Ava Jerome was involved in yet another showdown with the Cassadines. Ava's divorce settlement, which had appeared to be unbreakable, had been overturned, leaving her angry and defenseless. Desperate, she turned to Laura Collins for assistance. "I need someone who knows how to play their game," she said. Laura, ever the voice of reason, warned Ava about the hazards of inciting the Cassadines more. Nonetheless, she pledged to do everything she could to provide direction and assistance. Ava's struggle for justice was far from ended, and she was determined to confront any hurdles that came her way. Christina's explosive reaction. Meanwhile, Christina Corinthos Davis was reeling from new details about Drew Quartermaine and Willow's connection. Christina was furious after Lucas Jones told her about his incident with Drew and Willow during Nina's holiday dinner. How can they disrespect Sam's memory like this? Christina raged. Lucas nodded in accord. It's like they're using grief as an excuse to justify their actions. Christina vowed to keep Drew and Willow accountable, determined that their acts would not stain her sister's legacy. Trina and Kai's relationship deepens. Trina Robinson was getting ready for a special occasion with Kai Taylor at university. Trina had uncovered an old family relic, a locket, and decided to tell Kai the story. As the two sat in a quiet area of the college library, Trina discussed her family's history and the significance of the locket. "This belonged to my great-grandmother," Trina explained. "She always said it carried the strength of all the women in our family." Kai listened attentively, moved by Trina's vulnerability. The discussion pulled them closer together, strengthening the bond they were forming. Charlotte's secret mission. Valentine Cassadine strode into a modest Prague bistro, his face a mask of rage. Charlotte, sitting at a table with Lulu Spencer, glanced up guiltily. She wasn't expecting her father to find her so quickly. "What were you thinking?" Valentine demanded. "Running away without telling me?" Charlotte's apologies was heartfelt, but Valentine's rage would not subside. Lulu intervened, attempting to settle the scene, but the tension was palpable. What neither Valentine nor Charlotte noticed was that Lulu had put a tracker into Charlotte's bags in order to monitor her daughter's travels. Back in Port Charles, Dante Falconeri and Colette Gerard worked feverishly to assemble together information regarding Valentine's activities. Their inquiry was heating up, and they were getting close to discovering evidence that may have far-reaching ramifications for the Cassadine family. Port Charles on the brink. The many tales in Port Charles became increasingly intertwined during the week. Elizabeth and Lucky's search for answers pushed them closer together, while Ava's war against the Cassadines took an unexpected turn. Christina's fervent attempt to preserve Sam's legacy resulted in clashes that rocked the Corinthos family to its core. Trina and Kai's growing romance provided a ray of hope amidst the mayhem, while Charlotte's actions in Prague triggered a chain reaction that no one could have predicted. Port Charles was a town on the verge of explosive discoveries, and as the new year arrived, its citizens prepared for whatever challenges lie ahead. The stakes had never been higher, and each decision would have far-reaching effects. When a third mysterious death is discovered, Sonny collapses, a sniper targets Valentine, and Rick steps up for Liz. Trina takes Kai to the museum, Lucas and Christina discuss Ava, and Isaiah attempts to reassure Lucky. Trina brings Kai to the Chuck to see her favorite painting. He figures it is to keep all of the fans away. She claims he could not be more wrong. He is unimpressed by the painting, which resembles scribbles. She describes how much the picture means to her and how it constantly surprises her. He acknowledges that he has been staring at her, not the painting. She believes there is more to him than he is letting on, and she encourages him to let the artwork speak to him. They stare at the artwork together, and he says it makes him think of her. Whenever he looks at her, he notices something new. He receives a call and has to leave, but he thanks her for bringing him there. Lucas is impressed with Christina's work at Charlie's. She gives him a photograph of Wiley that she found. It was probably Julian's. He remembers the day it was taken. He acknowledges that he unloaded on Willow about Wiley last night, which was not his place to do. Drew is the person he is most disgusted with because he has been using Sam's memory as an excuse. They both want to punch him for that. She's surprised when he says Ava persuaded him to take the highway. Christina simply wants to go on with her life and not think about Ava. He understands how difficult it was for her to accept the verdict. She is attempting to move forward, which is why Charlie's is so essential to her. She needs a fresh start. She asks him to describe how Ava has been assisting him. He believes they've been becoming closer since Sam's funeral. She calmed him and Nina, and they discussed how difficult it is to lose a child. Lucas will not defend his aunt, although she is aware of Christina's pain. He mentions that she is facing money problems. Christina tries not to smile. The doctor has to return to work and wishes her good luck. Lucky visits Liz at General Hospital and assures her that she is merely being reviewed. This is not a legal action. She's confident it's routine and will phone him once she's finished. When Liz walks into the office, she is surprised to realize Portia and Terry are not alone. Mrs. Clark, the hospital lawyer, is present. Liz feels caught off guard. Terry explains that Dex's autopsy revealed that he died from a deadly amount of digitalis, much like Sam. Liz sits down and says she shouldn't say anything else unless a lawyer is present. They urge her to cooperate, and the lawyer inquires whether she has anything to hide. Rick jumps in and announces himself as Liz's lawyer, and she refuses to say anything more. The hospital counsel proposes that he depart. Portia urges Liz to answer her questions. Liz agrees with Rick and refuses to talk. Before they leave, the committee notes that a third patient, Sylvie Mullins, died in the same way several months earlier. They are asking the family to exhume the body for an autopsy. Rick advises his client to remain silent. They tell her that if she refuses to speak, she will be suspended. Sonny visits Alexis in her office. She inquires about the custody battle and reveals that Ava is almost out of money because the Cassadines are attempting to recoup her divorce settlement. He thinks that's fantastic news. She expects he will do her a favor in exchange for tipping him off. She wants him to steal Charlie's from Christina. He assures her that it is a respectable business that will safeguard her. She believes it is a money laundering enterprise and will place their daughter on the FBI's radar. He believes that would only disappoint their daughter. He's not taking away something she should be proud of. He offers to watch over her. She trusts him with that, so they agree to drop it. Isaiah discovers Lucky working out at the gym. Lucky is concerned about Liz's progress at the medical review. Gannon understands that these situations are never uncomplicated. His pal is convinced the hospital is seeking for someone to blame. The doctor does not believe Liz is to blame, but if they are correct, they must let the process to play out. He's confident she's strong enough to manage this without him if he chooses to leave town. Gannon tells him that if he wants to assist her, he only needs to show that he cares. Lucky walks over to Charlie's and asks Christina whether she is still searching for a bartender. She asks him to prepare a mojito. Ava visits Laura's office. The mayor has been worried about her daughter. She explains that Lulu left to find Charlotte. Ava is actually there for her custody battle. It will be really pricey. There appears to be an issue with her divorce settlement. It now appears to be Ace's property. Laura has just been made aware of this. Martin is handling everything on the American side, and she is upset that Ace has received the riches. She has no control over the situation until Ace reaches adulthood. Ava wishes to assist her in regaining possession of it. The mayor says that will not happen. They discuss how they wanted Nicholas to overcome his issues, but Laura reiterates that this is out of her hands. If it were up to Laura, she would not let Ace have it since blood money causes trouble. Ava begs her to tell her who she can talk to about the money. Without it, she risks losing her daughter. Ava goes to Alexis' office and tells her she needs to meet with her. "From what I've heard, you can't afford me," Alexis exclaims, slamming the door shut. Sonny heads to the gym. As he exercises, he experiences increasing chest aches and falls to the ground. Valentine spots Lulu and Charlotte in a cafe in Prague. Charlotte told him about their meeting. Her father asks her to sit across the room. Lulu claims she's on her feet so her daughter can return home. He claims that won't happen. She doubts he can provide her with a fulfilling life on the run. Valentine wonders if she has asked their daughter what she wants. Lulu thinks they should make the decision for her. It's not fair to make her conceal from her pals. He points out that she is only a mother in name and that he has been Charlotte's lone parent for nearly her entire life. She'll confess it, but she believes Charlotte would have a better life with her. She does not want her daughter to be in the line of fire. Anna shot her in Port Charles last year, something he believes she was unaware of. The Cassadine tells what occurred. Their daughter has recovered completely, with the exception of the nightmares. It's best if she stays with him. He can defend her. She knows he wants to protect their daughter, but can he? If something bad happens to him, Charlotte will blame herself. Dante arrives and informs Charlotte that they are prepared to take her home if that is what she desires. Valentine notices him and accuses Lulu of setting him up. She insists she did not bring him along. Valentine claims that if he is not with the cops, he will lead someone to them. A sniper aims at him. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.